Funk volume.
You see, I didn't want to do this shit, at least not at first. Started watching all the videos, like at least I'm not the worst. Get your sip on, do an attempt to quench your thirst. And my rhymes are fucking sick, so please go and call a nurse or a doctor, cause I am not well. The best thing going for me now is that I'm not inside a jail cell. You see, I got my freedom, a really big mouth, not opinionated, fat, rude, homie, no doubt. Really pretty nice until you get into my biz. And then I snap and I proceed to tell you how it is. But I don't want you in my sight, I'm pretty good at getting you gone. So my neighbors do not bother me when I'm working on my lawn. Cause if I cared to have a discussion with a stranger, it wouldn't be with you, because when you're around I'm filled with anger. The funk volume scrub hop with mixed flavor. I stole the beat, dude. If I was you, I'd do it later. I mean, you might as well, cause making tracks is easy. I made rap my bitch, so girl, please don't tease me. Just let me in and let me fuck you like I mean it. The guy who made the Snuggie, you're a motherfucking genius. I wear mine too, wherever I be writing in. Talk shit all you want, crazy warm, why we always fighting? And why the hell can't we all just get along? Don't we all drink too much with too many hits up off the bong?
Funk volume.
This ain't the average shit, and that you can bet. I make the tracks that I want so I can keep my self-respect. Shout out to Sugar T, man, although we never met. And it went backwards for me, cause somehow it was her that got me wet. And JDirty, yo, we rap until I'm 53. 554, yo, already all be missing me. Yeah, that had me an epiphany. I say it loud, fuck you, Tiffany. You dumb bitch.
So aggressive. And
Scrub.com.
That's awesome.
I agree, Laney. Every time I see that video, the scene where you pull the Snuggie back up is just that. It's fire.
Yeah, I was super pissed that I acquired a Snuggie clip about a week after we shot that, because it would have changed the game. And then some rapper came out rapping a Snuggie like a month after we did that too, and it just pissed me off, and it was a much bigger, better rapper video. Well, anyway, welcome to Scrub Hop Live.
We're tastemakers here at Scrub Hop, okay?
That's true.
What we do.
And
little curtain pull on that video, I'm 99% sure that microphone was not plugged into anything.
No, that was definitely, we recorded the track and then I rapped along. Oh yeah, for sure. It's a music video. Like, we never are really rapping.
We did on extemporaneous.
Yeah, and that's the reason we don't do it again.
It came out good. I like that one.
It came out unique.
Digging the new setup, Troxy. So
you wanted to call him Proxy. I like that.
I did. I like Proxy more, especially after this last week. I've had enough of Troxy Cotton.
Man, which we will talk about.
Back Proxy Cotton. He's way better, way less annoying.
But
I
do want to shed some. No. Calm your tits there, bub. I want to shed some light on the newest member of the show, which is the Scrub Hop Talk banner. Now, we've never been privy to the whole thing up until
seen the whole thing.
Last week, you showed us a little.
You've been looking at the Rub Hop Talk banner's been around for a while.
Hot minute.
And what about before that?
Before that, you were just dunking on the hose. That's what you were doing.
No, there was still a banner, and then there was a banner in the OG studio. You guys are being dumb right now. Banner's been here since day one.
I feel like you're rewriting history. No. I'm just trying to say, you got a new place. You're in a new establishment. What is good? What is up?
Take a look at banner-wise, guys.
Same banner. No, I'm doing great. I'm doing lovely. I had a lovely time recently here with the boys. That was nice. We had a nice time. And since then, I've just been
going
busy.
on. I need to know what's going on with your living situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I asked about your place here, and you're like,
that's where G was going. Are you back at the YMCA again? What's happening?
I'm in an
I don't need to know the name of your landlord. Is this like a B&B? Is this a BLD? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm in an extended stay. You know, like an extended stay.
Like you're staying at a place for an extended period of time?
Right. That's what I meant.
Got it.
Well, that's fair. Okay, so you're not going to tell us anything. You're just in a new room.
Yep, shouts out to your new landlord.
I was in the YMCA, then I was in a house, now I'm in an extended stay. So
can I just ask,
go from spot to spot.
I
I've
gotta
been in
ask.
apartments before.
Is that the Starry Night back there? Definitely
Yes.
is.
Yeah, they put that up. They put that up in the extended stay.
Is this
Yeah.
a green screen we've got going? Because it's like split down the middle, and like it's one color white with the banner, and then on the left side of the screen, like it totally.
It's
feel
a
like
different
we're like,
white.
is this what do they call it? Like a glitch in the system or whatever?
This is a lighting hack. This is kind of like a little trick of the industry. You can do this with just lighting.
Oh, okay.
You
I
got
had
lighting
to ask.
hacks now. That's
Man,
cool.
Man, last week you couldn't even fit a full
What's up,
banner on.
Scrubbies kid?
Now the motherfucker Steven Spielberg. What the fuck? What's up,
Yeah,
Scrubby?
last week we had Cotton sitting above his camera with AirPods on, sounding worse than he ever has, but we could see the banner, so it was cool.
Yeah, this is
You
like
could
we
see
got
the
the
full
full
banner.
thing. We got
actually-
the full package.
And actually, the last week that people would have seen not of the live show, but if they would have watched the episode, they would have seen me sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce, all comfortable like for the episode. And that was great. I was much more comfortable for that episode than I was for the live.
By
the end of the live, I was uncomfortable. I was having a bad time. But you know, I powered through for you guys, for your benefit.
Hey,
Not-
and he said, Wise Guys agreed. He said you did a good job. Yo, and Tracy,
done well, kid.
Tracy, real quick before I forget, I saw you sent some links across in the email, and I can't get either of them to open. You got to resend them. Can you resend them for me? I would really like that.
Trox
When did that stop being called Indian style? I think that stopped a long time ago.
Yeah,
I think
it's been a long time since it's been that. It's crisscross applesauce across the board.
I don't want to project, but it may have been 9/11.
It's crisscross applesauce around the crisscross board. You know what I'm saying?
All right. on the matrix of life.
You can't say those things. You can't say that.
He can't.
He can't.
The Matrix was a great film series. Even the cartoon ones. Anyway, so we discussed where you're living. You alluded to the fact that perhaps we were marinating, we were chilling together. We were in fact hanging out as Big Dirty Cotton just a mere 3-4 days ago.
We weren't being friends. We weren't hanging out as friends. We were hanging out as Big Dirty Cotton. That's how that goes.
Oh, yes. Edit that. Dump button.
Dump it.
We were friends.
Cotton.
Yeah.
Edit it.
Awkward.
Can't.
Yeah, take that out.
But yeah,
Big Dirty Cotton was live and in effect in Seattle, Washington, this past weekend for a multitude of purposes, but ultimately for the Great the Great Pumpkin Beer Fest 2023. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Oh, I could have worn my shirt.
That is the hoodie that
Trox. Change it up.
That big Trox. Yeah.
Black tees for like 800 weeks now.
Well, but for this week, it seems like I could wear my shirt.
Well, Wise Guys, you are in luck because that's absolutely what we're about to do right now.
I can't remember all their names. I know
my favorite because I went back for it 3 times. I got it twice.
I know what yours is. but before we get to that, at all, that brought your boy JDirty out to Seattle initially. So since we are going to be together, we're saying, hey, it's going to be 3-4 days. Let's be productive. So it is, Laney. Those assholes are not very fat person friendly because that was that's the biggest thing they sold. I think Trox is wearing it right now. Those sons of bitches.
No, they went up to an XL, but my man over here, he's got that. He's the larger than life.
I got them man titties. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they didn't have anything for a 3X for me. So anyway, we'll get to that later.
Than life.
Hey, Laney, yeah, but your boy leaves with merch. Believe that. We'll get there. But we go to this festival. I'm coming out to Seattle, so we say, hey, let's also be productive and film and do some BDC shit. We were going to do some bits for Scrub Hop Talk. That didn't happen because 3 days is still very short, but new Big Dirty Cotton song and video.
It felt like 12 hours. Done.
Yeah, I know, man. It went very quick, but it was so much better than like the literal 12-hour trips that we have also done multiple times.
Yes, and I would like to add a caveat to what JDirty just said. The BDC track and video are not done; they are in post-production.
No. What I meant was I got out there and we got them done. Like we did our parts. We accomplished 2 projects while I was there. They're not ready for release, but they were done.
Now they're out
3 days ago, you selfish bastards.
They're out to the wizards that make our shit look so dope.
Yes.
And sound so good.
Yes.
So
it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It's so that is coming
fun
very,
song.
Very soon. Yes.
I really like it. I wrote the hook. I came up with all of it, and Cotton didn't do anything. It's funny.
And ironically, while filming the video, I got an STD. It was extremely strange. So now I've got to see.
You know, now that you say that, I'm realizing that I kicked off the last project too, and you said the same thing when I did that. You were like, and now we've got a new single coming out, and it's the start of a new album. And
I want to tell everybody, all
to do with it.
the shitheads should all know most Big Dirty Cotton hooks were written by your boy Cotton. That's just the truth.
It's true.
Cotton wrote most of the hooks. There we go. See, your flowers here.
Here's some accolades.
I want flowers on you.
I want to spread some accolades real quick to my down below. He writes good hook. He writes real good hook. And it was
funny good hook, but he gives good brain. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's exactly what Wise Guys said. That's what you got from the music video. But I think it was funny because we were talking about the song, and I started to write. I was like on my phone starting to write a hook, and Cotton responds in the group chat, and he's like, "I already have a hook done." I was like, "All right."
Well,
cool.
Once we picked a beat,
Send that, I guess.
I'll listen to the beat thoroughly after work. Before the shift was over, we had a raw hook.
Yes.
Sent over, and in fairness, I was like, "Please type it out. I don't know what the fuck you're saying." But now that I know it and it's audible, the hook is dope. The song is fire. I cannot wait for the shitheads to.
I'm excited for people to hear.
We're gonna release them on the same day, so you're not gonna hear the track early and then wait to see what the video looks like. Fuck you, fuck that, fuck all that. We're releasing them on the same day because we're goddamn awesome.
That's true.
Sorry.
So then
my mom asked me, and that's what I told her. So go ahead. Sorry.
So then before we come to our
download terms, we're on download terms.
Before we get to some of our favorite moments, or favorite pumpkin beers, rather, I would like to focus on some of the highlights of the trip because there were some really, really fun moments that we had there. And I would say
one quick question: were there low lights?
Sure, definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Low lights of our trip. Go ahead and tell me.
No. That wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. But
you're goddamn right, it wasn't.
The low light was when I drove you back to the airport.
Oh, thank you. All right, Cotton, go ahead. I'm sorry. I had an amazing time. I didn't have
it was fantastic.
Lights.
It was fantastic. And firstly, so we got together on that first night. We did a little song recording. We did some video recording. We had a blast, right? We watched a little bit of television. I fell asleep on the couch, and apparently I don't breathe. A lot of
beers.
Apparently I don't breathe well when I sleep.
We drink every night.
That. Yeah. So that was fantastic. Following day, you guys hit up your little beer festival, right?
Well, hold on. Not only that night, we recorded the whole song that very first night too. We busted the entire banger out that first night.
Mm-hmm.
Did we say that? Yeah, like that was very like I say right off the rip, off the airport or off the airplane, got to Troxel's house. I ate a $87 Subway sandwich, and then we recorded the fucking brand new track called Scrub Stylin'.
The thing that I really want to point out here that I think is the dopest part of this whole story, at least in my estimation, is the fact that this was the very first Big Dirty Cotton song that we ever recorded with all three of us together in the same room.
And it was a lot of fun doing it that way. I gotta say
that was a
lot of fun.
I loved being drunk at your house at 2:30 in the morning engineering you. It was like I was like, man, this feels like old times. Man.
It felt right. It felt right.
It felt like college degree, but with good reps.
While we were in there bussing in the booth, I was like, man, this is what we gotta like take a week and lock the three of us in a studio and make the new album because that was fun.
The vibe is way different. The energy, like some of your lyrics were like, hey, let's change that. Some of this, some of that. Like it works when it's like that for sure.
Yeah.
And you could call me
Absolutely.
out, do it again. That sounded like shit. I'm like, really? You're like, yeah. I was like, okay, and vice versa. So yeah, it works.
Yeah.
We,
Whereas with
the
the last 2
collaboration.
albums, we just like we sent the verses when we said they were done, you know?
yep,
And now like this was great. Really great experience.
so fresh, so fresh. So sorry, Cotton. We digress. You go ahead.
No, so then the following day, you guys had your first day at the beer fest. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to talk about on that first day.
Just that it was stupidly awesome and
It was
fresh.
okay. So the thing about the Great Pumpkin Beer Fest, this was my 4th time going, I want to say.
Sure.
It's an amazing beer fest. It's much different from, we played the video for Great American Beer Fest last week. It's a much different vibe than that. It's not like convention center. There's way less breweries. There was, what would you say, maybe 10 breweries there, 12.
Breweries? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah,
And
probably
then-
like that. And it's probably like 30, 36 tents, maybe something like that in total.
With 4, I think there was 20. Was it? I thought there was like 20.
No, it was like 20.
There were
20 something
upper 20s of booths and
Yep.
4 per booth. So there was around 100 beers.
Yeah.
There was not 80 different pumpkin beers like the ad said by any means. That was a bold-faced lie. But
yeah, there was a lot of ciders, there was a lot of slushies, and they had some different IPAs. But what I went back for twice on the first day and then again the next day was a beer from Crucible Brewing called the Premature Ejaculantern.
I was gonna also bring that one up. I had 3 of those.
I did 2 over the 2 days. That was so good.
Yep.
So good. And it was just funny to make, coming jokes to the people that were pouring the beers.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
every
would
time we
you
went up
like
and
that?
ordered
Would
it-
you like some of that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it was
a
awesome.
lot of fun. So
I
that
walked
one
up
was
to
the
another.
best.
I walked up to another spot, and they were like, "Hey, what did you try already?" And I was like, "I just had the premature ejaculantern." And then I was like, "Oh," they said, "Oh, how was it?" And I was like, "It was really good." And they were like, "Yeah, short and sweet." I was like, "You know, it was."
Yeah. Loved it. That was
But
definitely my favorite.
if you promised an hour and you go 20 minutes, is that still premature?
No.
Yeah,
don't think
exactly.
so.
That's a
I
long
think 20
Short
minutes
and
is a good
sweet,
time.
my dick,
20
lady.
20 minutes.
But I'm
Come
saying
on.
she's just assuming premature means fast. Anyway, go ahead, Cotton. I digress.
What am I, 17?
Thank you.
I swear
No.
this never happens.
So then you guys had a nice time there, and then after that we got together to do a little bit more
Mhm.
filming for the video. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys want to talk about where we filmed or what that experience was
No.
like.
Well, I want to wait for that
We're
to
gonna
come
wait
out,
for the video
right?
to come out
I mean-
to discuss the filming of that on night 2, because
Let's
I
just say that
I thought it was great. I thought we had
Well,
a really great time
we had a
filming
fun-
on
all right.
night 2.
Don't say where it was, but we can tell like the little.
That's fine.
We
So-
met a guy. Go ahead.
Okay, we met a guy. So we went to an establishment, right?
Speaking of Bud Light,
No,
Yeah, right,
sir.
we-
We did not
we
film this
went
one at
to-
the Space Needle.
We went to an establishment. Let's just
turns
say
out
they
that was
served-
there the whole time.
Let's say the establishment serves food and drinks, and we were like, this establishment would be good for us to do some filming at. We like the way that it looks. We're gonna do some filming here. So then we just get our food and we're eating our food, and we're like, all right, we're just gonna do a little bit of filming first, and we do that.
Yeah.
And then our server comes back out, right? Because this place, it's got a lot of servers.
Because
They're
it's a
all there.
restaurant, you know.
It's a restaurant, sure. They
You're
serve
being
food and
cryptic
drinks.
as fuck.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm bottom
but yeah,
opening on
so-
the live show. Sorry, guys.
That's wild. But so yeah, he comes out and Jay, asks him, "Hey, is it okay that we kind of like the setup out here? Is it okay we do some filming outside?" And our server's like, "Hey, let me get like one of the up top guys to
The
come
higher
over
no, he
and-
said, let me
Yeah,
go
the
ask one of the
higher-ups.
higher ups.
Thank you. Let me go
Right?
get one of the higher ups to come answer that question for you."
Basically, I'm a busboy and I don't want to get fired. So,
Yeah.
not my
and then-
fucking question. Or
And then
answer or
basically
whatever.
the dude who came out who was his higher ups was maybe like 4 months higher up than him in life. Like there's no way he was
In
that
life.
much more
You
higher
said
up
in life.
in 4 or
Yeah.
6 months. They were
This
they
guy-
were
this
basically
guy
the
was-
same age.
They
He's
were both
maybe
19, okay?
Yeah.
Well, no, you got to be
19
21 to
and
serve the
20.
beer. So I think
Okay.
that they were 21.
That's
Okay,
true. That's
fair.
true. But yeah, he was wearing a different color polo shirt, so he was clearly in management. And he came up and he's like, "Is everything okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, no, everything's great. We were just hoping we could do some filming out here." And he was like, Yeah, man. Like
He
we
was
don't have a
mad
problem.
geeked.
We don't have a problem with that at all. Like, do you guys mind giving us
Please
a good
advertise our
review?
business. Yeah,
Like,
give us a
like,
shout out.
yeah, give us a shout out. Like, we would appreciate that. We're like, absolutely, dude. Like, we'll shout you guys out. We'll put you in the description of the video when we're all done. Like, appreciate
We'll
you.
film in front of your fucking logo, homie.
Yeah, we're like, we'll get it done. and then just as he's getting ready to walk away, he's like, hey, anything else? And then Jay just looks at him and says, maybe a free beer or something like that. And the guy kind of like looks at us and looks back and was like, yeah, what kind of beers you guys want?
3 round of craft beer at a restaurant after they closed.
Yeah, they were
already closed for the night. That was the best.
Brings us our beer. Then after we all finish up our drinks, we go outside, we do our little filming, and we get out of there. And there are people like they're closing down while we're filming, so they're throwing trash away and like sweeping up and locking up and doing the whole thing.
And we've got a camera set up on the hood of a car, fucking rapping real quick.
Yes,
and that's exactly what I told these guys, wise guys.
Yeah.
I said, "Yo, like, why not try? Like,
for sure, dude.
I'm
super impressed."
We're just,
but we will give the restaurant a proper shout out.
We're not going to ask them for
the video comes out.
We wanted to just like make sure it was cool, and we wouldn't piss them off if we were shooting footage in their restaurant and in front of their restaurant. Like, no, that's fine. That's good.
Right.
Enjoy. And somehow Jay turned that into 3 free beers.
Not somehow. I just was like, fuck it. You said anything else.
Now,
a beer is something. That counts.
That's the other thing that I want to just say about my man JDirty here that it made me laugh throughout the visit and throughout the beer fest was the amount of people that he just instantly walks up to, becomes their friend, and then like talks
you never
to them
know when you're gonna need them.
Give me the
mic for the rest of the fucking time. So the first day, he goes up to this dude. So Cotton, you didn't see this. You weren't there for this, but he goes up to this dude. I don't know where that sound came from.
That was me. I spilled some beer and I didn't want it to go into my drawers.
This guy is sitting there, a security guard sitting in a chair.
Hey, his name was Ali. Give him respect.
All right, Ali the security guard.
Ali the security guard.
Yeah, beer magician. And for real, you're gonna love these stories. You gotta watch out for extroverts with no filter. Exactly.
Have we met or something?
He walked up to my man Ali and he's like, "Hey, do you want me to take a seat in your chair so you can go grab a drink?" And this dude legit, like stone face, looked at Jay and goes, "I can't drink here." And he goes, "Seriously? They don't let you have a drink? What about when you're off?" He's like, "No, I'm not allowed to drink here." And Jay goes, "All right, well, I'm available. If you want me to take your seat, I'm happy to give you a break. Just let me know." We walk away, come back going the other direction, and he stops again at Ali and he goes, "You didn't get a break yet? You're still sitting here?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I can't get up and leave yet." And he goes, Do you smoke trees at all? Like, can I get you something?"
I was like, "I'll go find you a joint, dog. What do you need? You're working hard." This dude's doing nothing. He's staring at the ground.
He hadn't
go
moved,
home.
right?
He hadn't moved an inch. And I'm like, "You're working hard, man. You need a break. You need to be high. You need to be drunk. What do you need? I got you." Yo, man, because So yes, that part's true. So I was setting the stage though, because I had a great heist plan going on. So
Wait.
earlier.
Are you going into night 2, or did you start your heist plan on night 1?
Of course he did.
Dude,
This is insane. I didn't realize that. I did not realize.
I asked Trox to purposely bring those vinyl bags because I thought they were going to be the proper size. Like, of course. And then I said, we'll make signs out of them to make use out of them. So we have a reason for bringing them in. Of course I did.
Of course this was all orchestrated.
I don't know why I'm just now learning this. Okay.
I'm half offended you didn't know that. So anyway, we told you all of this, you shitheads out there, because you want to get in with the security guards when you know you're probably going to do something drunk and wrong later, right? and I knew I was, because we had already gone to the merch tent.
I was.
We had already gone to the merch tent, and all of it was skinny people shit, and that pissed me off, because pumpkin beer has a lot of calories in it. There should be fat people sizes. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I needed merch. I'm a merch
You weren't
guy.
the only fat guy there. There was plenty of fat guys.
I
saw
know. Did
lots
you
of them.
see any of them in 2023 gear?
No, they were all wearing that free big ass tarp T-shirt that you got.
We were so right. I'll show it soon. It looks like shit already. But anyway, they had a map, right? There was maps because this was an event. You got to know where you're going. You got to know where everything is. It is thick cardstock. It's about, I don't know, huge, right? And there's 3 of them on campus, and we had located all of them. By we, I mean me and Trox. And
you.
whatever. And anyways,
he was walking next to you. He didn't realize you were locating maps.
I was very audible, so yes, he was. This isn't the first time, but anyways, that's why I was friends with Ali, because there was a map right around the corner from him, and I was gonna use him in some defense or something. And then the next night, he just had the night off. I'm asking all security guards, "Hey, is Ali here? Is Ali here?" They're like, "Why are you asking about Ali?" Is it because we went to school? Like, I just want to say hi to Ali. Like, that's my homie. And
we were in fourth period together. Come on, Ali.
I mean, it got to the point, shitheads, where I was having, like, I had made plans with Cotton. I don't know if he was super down, but he was going to do it because I'm pressuring. But he was going to, like, ask directions from a security guard just to get him to turn away and, like, point so I could yank it off the wall. But anyway, we went with an adverse plan.
I was gonna be like, man, where's the best place I can get some pizza? Because I parked down that way, but I'm not sure there's anything better down that way.
You guys, so then there's one upstairs by the fucking petting zoo. Yeah, that's right. And the Jenga board. There's a life-size, or like not life-size. That's weird to say. Like,
no, it's life-size Jenga game.
One of the Jengas where the pieces are like pretty big. Outdoor Jenga pieces.
Big outdoor Jenga pieces. Yeah.
Now, I do want to give credit that it was for sure a distraction, but it was also what you will call of my boys going, "We got to get the fuck away from this guy, but stay sort of close."
Yeah. You got it.
Yes, it was a diversion, but it was also a diversion because in case this shit went down, you didn't want to get heat from anybody else that came. And I understand that.
We were with you in those moments.
I never would have said that you were. But it was as much of a diversion as it was an avoidance, but I liked both of them because I got a fucking map, shitheads, and I got it, and I fucking bounced. I made it 1,000 yards in like 4 minutes. I fucking that's a really slow time. Let's say 30 seconds. I was down. Oh, I tell you all of that to say this. The bags we stole or brought in did not work. So I convinced a girl at one of the booths to give me an all black garbage bag because I told her my wife's hoodie. My wife didn't come. She was in Colorado. I said my wife's hoodie kept getting beer spilt on it last night. Can I have a hoodie? She was like, "Oh my gosh, yes. I feel her pain." So she gave me. So now I got a map this fucking big in a trash bag, and I'm walking around with a plastic covered poster the rest of the evening. You guys, it's gonna be here Friday. I'm so fucking excited.
I found it to be a very funny story because, as you alluded to, I kept being like, "I'm not a part of this. I'm not helping you steal that sign. I'm not getting kicked out of this beer fest. I live here."
No, you were okay with the sign. You were like. When I said I wanted to try to steal one of the 10 by 8 foot banners off of the, I have been drinking, and I quickly realized that next year
Okay.
Next year I'll bring toenail clippers because I'll be ready.
Dude, you were asking everybody in our party if they had toenail clippers or anything like that, and you would explain to all of us how easy it would be to snip each corner and then flip it over the side and then go ahead and just get rid of it. When you get on the other side, you'll be fine. And we were like, dude, what? Come on, man. What the fuck are you talking about? And you were like, guys,
you know how dope that would
if I find the tools.
Ceiling of my garage. Get out of here.
No, I think we all went over that, Wise Guy. I think for me, I'm definitely sticking with the premature ejaculantern.
I'm going. Wise guys, you're sticking with way too much of the legal stuff.
Let me give my favorite because it might cover your favorite too, but mine was Club Haunted House. I love Club Haunted House. I actually loved Club Haunted House even more than I loved Club Aqua, and I did love Club Aqua a lot, but I was more excited to go to Club Haunted House than I was to go to Club Aqua.
I
that
built
was
the deck
really
at
good.
Club Haunted House.
And before Jay gives his favorite pumpkin beer, because I know that's what the audience is clamoring for, I just want to go back to they're clamoring. I want to go back to the idea of how Jay is just ready to talk to anybody.
Goddamn
because
right.
this was before we got down to the beer fest. You know what I'm saying? Because before we got down to the beer fest on night 2, the night where it was all of us there, and where the Jenga and the sign stealing took place, we went to go do a little bit of filming. And we were doing some
thinking about
filming.
this today.
Are you talking about because I cleared the spot with the people who live there?
I love the way that you put it, but yeah, I'll give a little bit more context. So we were filming in a tunnel.
I'll tell you why after you say this.
Let me fix this. Let me fix that because it fell a little bit. We were filming
100% reason why I did that, but you
100% reason. You guys heard it here first. He's got 100% reason for this. But we were filming in a tunnel, and in this tunnel, there were a couple of folks that were sitting down with like a tent, and blankets,
shopping cart,
things of that nature.
Yep.
They had a whole setup, and we were just like, all right, we could film and just not get in their way or anything like that.
We'll just stick to this 2/3 of the tunnel, and then we'll do our thing, and then we'll get out.
This is the thought that our director and Big Trox and myself all had.
And the three of you were the ones that mentioned the homeless people. So I thought, I'll make sure we're chill. So yeah, go ahead and talk how I'm the weird one. Go ahead. Okay. Are you sure we could go in there? Look at them. Yeah, I'll go tell them we're doing this shit. Go ahead.
So then it just out of nowhere, like we're all like, all right, let's just start. And Jay just walks
out of nowhere. You're gonna throw trash in Oscar's can without mentioning it first? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you rude asshole.
No,
unhoused. Yeah, be a little
true.
more sensitive.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, don't say things like homeless. But no, he just walks up to him and says, hey guys, we're filming a little video over here. Like, is that I just wanted to let you know, like, we're gonna be walking through. And they looked up at him like, yeah, man. Which is why their response is why that your interaction unnecessary.
I didn't give up.
And as you were walking over, all three of us were like, "What are you doing? You don't need to do that."
I was like, "Can we not? Can we just not interact at all?"
That interaction could go so wrong. You know what I mean?
It could have been very
and it could have been on film. I'm sorry that I went over there and protected us. Fuck both of you.
Getting stabbed is fine as long as it's on film.
And in fairness, fuck all three of you because I protected us. I was like, I'm going to walk over there. I'm going to make sure that these motherfuckers aren't blowing each other. I got off a plane 12 hours ago that said they steal kids and like fucking do shit with them. I'm making sure there's not that. They're not blowing each other. They're not dead. They're not on heroin or at the moment.
They can't be blowing each other?
Not on our camera.
That could
Come on.
I feel like that would have been better than getting stabbed on camera.
Fuck both of you. You both would have pussied out, but like his dick was out, dog. It's the gathering again.
I don't got a problem with dicks out. You think I got a problem with dicks out?
I had no idea you guys had a problem with me walking over there. I was doing
all three of us were like, this is crazy.
All three of you were who mentioned it on the walk-in, like, oh, look at those people. Are we gonna be okay? And so I'm like, yeah, we're fucking good. Let me go tell Billy and Square Bob that we're fucking fine. Like
Billy and Square Bob.
I don't know what their nicknames are. They're not their real ones. I'm just trying to say that was normal. If I'm gonna film by homeless people, or homelessness or houselessness or their parents kicked them out in this, I want to tell them. That's all I'm trying to say. You guys are weird. You guys are weird.
You're weird, and this is just further
Sunday.
proof that you're weird. But then I'd say for the rest of it, it was all highs, and I didn't really think I even mentioned any lows.
That was the low. Me clearing
this is my favorite thing ever.
No, I think Big Trox was rude to me a few times. He yelled at me a couple of times.
There. It's just nice if you're nice to them and say something. Thank you.
No. Those were my lows. Big Trox was rude to me. He yelled at me a couple times. He was being a rude person a couple of times, but overall he was nice because he did drive me and he was being a nice boy.
It's a perfect evolution of beard growth. Thank you. That's welcome to the show, Polar Nights. That's great.
That's hilarious.
2/3 of us don't respect unhoused people.
Thank you. I'm trying to be respectful and like give them a heads up. And these
Listen.
guys are like, you shouldn't have
No,
talked to him. You talk to too many people, you nice prick.
No,
it's not that you talk to too many people. It's that here's the real thing. Here's the real thing. Is that I don't know what you're going to say when you go up to people. So I don't know how that interaction is going to go. So when you start walking up
Thank you. That's exactly what I was about to say.
I'm like, this could go really bad because he might just say something.
Can I ask a question? At 40 years old now, what did you think I was going to go up and say? Get the fuck out, we're filming!
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to
get off my train! No,
but it might have just been like, you might have said something like, all right, guys, pack up your bindles and get going. We got something filming over here. You might have said something like that.
All three of you thought I was going over there to start a problem?
You didn't clear it with any of it. We didn't talk about it first. You were just like, I'm doing this.
I don't gotta clear anything with you people.
We didn't talk. No.
But,
listen, all I was going to add is that as part of my function for this show, I spend a lot of time online, and I have seen a lot of really crazy interactions with people who are
That's
unhoused.
why I'm going to start beef with these motherfuckers. Like I thought I was surprised none of you guys said thank you.
JDirty can get unhinged quick as fuck.
That's very
because
true.
I was surprised the thank you didn't come after in like a Venmo invoice or something. Like, hey, by the way, thanks for making sure we didn't get killed. Thank you, wise guys. Man, this is weird. Am I at Thanksgiving? Is my mom in the other room? Is she the special guest?
I mean, you would hope so. I'm saying it was.
Well, I just find it funny that Cotton even brought that up because really it wasn't a big deal. I mean, literally it was like a 5-second interaction, but the fact that was his low makes me laugh tremendously hard.
No. It wasn't my low. It wasn't my low. You were being rude to me at multiple points, and you yelled at me and you called me names, and that was my low. But that's
you're an idiot.
You do that sometimes because you're a bad guy and you get angry and you have anger issues.
So Jay, what was your favorite beer?
I have one. Oh, okay. Beer wise, you're making me jump.
This is the longest live we've ever done.
I'm not even done. We have one more thing I want the shithead's opinion on about our trip because you fucking rude assholes who think I'm ruining the party. I loved the 21 barrel aged that was upstairs.
Oh yeah.
It was like
that was
heavy. Fucking heavy. Yeah, I was just about to say it was
like 14% alcohol, I think. 13 or 14%.
And I had like 3 or 4 of those over like maybe 2 per night. I really, really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Thanks, wise guys. We'll
the premature jack-o'-lantern was definitely bomb. Not only because the name was clever, but it really was in fact good. I did not like the one you guys liked because I don't like IPAs.
Yeah, it was a pumpkin IPA.
That one at all.
I can understand why you wouldn't want that.
God,
I loved it because I love IPAs and I love pumpkins. So.
Yeah, for me, that was like the perfect.
Those were my top 2, and the 21 was because it was a 2-year-old aged in barrel aged oak
rye
rum barrel. Those were rye.
Yeah,
again, they were heavy. But yeah, so those are my favorite.
Pumpkin cream.
No.
Pumpkin cream cold brew.
Okay. I've told you my favorite beers. Now I have one more thing I want the opinion from the shitheads on. So after the second night of Beer Fest, we were hungry, right? So hear me out, shitheads. So we go to a fucking crazy ass busy restaurant. It's fast food and there's 7 items on the menu, so it's super
I would just like to emphasize that this said restaurant is always that busy. It's after every show, it's always that busy.
I get that 100%,
especially at this hour when we're there at the day of the week when we're there.
Makes total sense.
Prime time.
Everybody's waiting in line because they're hungry, so it makes total sense to me.
No, wait. Start with the beginning of this.
What's the beginning? You tell me.
The beginning is that I ran ahead of you guys and got a spot in line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go ahead and start there.
You tell me because I don't know what you did.
I did something generous to start off this whole exchange. And then I just want you guys to know that going into what Jay's about to tell you.
Are you going to tell me you were in their line and then you came to mine?
I'm going to say that I did something generous to start.
Do me a favor. Tell me the beginning, because I'm not sure if I recall it the way you do. I don't know what you're talking about. You ran ahead of us.
Ahead of all of you to go get in line.
Okay.
To go get in line, I ran ahead of all of you because I was like,
I'm going to get a
place in line. In line.
Why? Why would you do that?
Well, because when you go to a restaurant, you have to get in line.
Oh, okay. So lines matter to you. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Because that's all he knows.
No. I'm not saying lines matter to me.
No,
I'm saying that's what
I give it to you because you were so definitive, and then you completely like, well, JD and the motherfucker.
No. I was just
There's two lines at Dick's, you guys. There's two lines, right? Mm-hmm. So Big Trox and his lady and their other homie, they're in one line, and Cotton is over. Maybe I called him over. Maybe he came over. I was drunk. I don't remember. He's in the other line with me.
Yeah.
Big Trox and his crew make it up before us. And Cotton looks at me and says, let's go with them. I look at fucking 38 motherfuckers behind them, and I'm like, wow, I'm not doing that. Like that, we can't, that's not a thing you can do.
Okay, this is so funny. Minutes after you just stole merchandise from an organization. Minutes after you
I did not steal the burger out of the guy behind Big Troxel and cut in front of him. The map is so different. No, so I wanted to talk about this for the shitheads. Would you guys? It took us 4 extra minutes, and Cotton acted like
way more than 4 extra minutes. They were almost done eating by the time they were almost done eating by the time we got there.
It was one hamburger. They were almost done.
No. So I would like to say
38 seconds.
I would like to say.
Hey, what's wise guys say?
Okay, here let me reframe this to you then, Jay. Would it have been better if I texted you and said, "Hey, text me your order. I'll just add it to my order, and then you get the fuck out of the line"?
Sure.
So for you, it was an optics thing.
That's the
it
same
wasn't
thing.
that you were going to get your food before all the people behind you. It was
Jay,
if you're saying that you were getting in line with me.
Yeah, you're just ashamed of the fact that you might have a winning advantage
when no one is looking is different than cutting in front of 50 people who can see you.
All right, so the first 2 comments about
that would have been the move. Texting me.
Okay. So you guys have no problem with the behavior. It's a problem with the perception.
The behavior is walking in front of 50 people because we'll get our burgers.
I can walk in front with a text. Oh, let me just step out of line. I'm still getting my food.
Then why didn't you do that? Then why didn't you?
Well, because I didn't think to text. I was standing right next to him. I'm like, I'll just walk over there.
I just couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing really hard during this entire interaction.
The guy behind me sure as fuck agreed because he was laughing too. He never once said, "Yeah, go ahead." I don't give a fuck. What's a rule? What's ethics?
But no, the guy behind you. It would have been helpful to the guy behind you because now there's
we would have gotten out of his line.
But that doesn't mean he agreed with the move. You guys are fucking retarded.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Right now, you're retarded. I don't care,
dude. You can't do it multiple times.
Well, it's not cutting. You can only do it once. I can't make it a habit.
It's 50 regular people, not a festival making a bunch of money.
God damn it, I love this audience. The shitheads know what's up.
No.
Thanks. Now I want dicks. Same. So good.
The point being,
but wise guys would wait his turn.
Here's the point. What actually ended up happening is I
should have just bought you a cheeseburger and we could have just had everybody get out of line.
What ended up happening is that we did the moral thing and we all went home full.
No. I got shamed by you because I got out of the line and I walked over.
Goddamn right, you got shamed by me. Loud and publicly.
I walked over to the new line and you started yelling across the restaurant.
Yes,
hey,
because rules matter.
In front of this. Oh yeah,
just
rules matter. Except when you're at a beer festival, then they don't matter. Oh, rules don't matter anymore, guys.
Reread every comment.
Sorry, guys. Rules don't matter anymore. No, they matter all of a sudden, but they don't matter anymore. You can't have it both ways, dickweed.
Dude, you're trying to act like this is real. You know this is a bit because everyone's disagreeing with you.
I'm saying
everybody on the comments says you're an idiot.
I agree with you that rules don't matter. And you agree with you that rules don't matter because they don't matter in some places.
All right. Hey, next we're gonna do a challenge. Next time we are together in Colorado or Washington, we're gonna go to like Olive Garden and we're just gonna put our name on, and immediately when they call the Fishers, we're just gonna jump up. We got this. We're all good.
That's not what happened.
Yes, it is. You guys were waiting for food, but we're more important because we're hungrier than you, and we know the guy in there.
Somebody will stop you from doing that. Someone at Olive Garden will stop you. No, you don't.
I stopped you because you're an asshole.
In Olive Garden, employee would stop you if you did that.
Oh, nobody, so it's only wrong because I don't work for Dick's?
Yes. If you worked for Dick's and you were like, no, get back in line. If you were like, no, get back in line, then you worked there, then I would have to listen to you.
Well, I listened to you. Me, didn't you? So who's your daddy now, bitch?
I listened to you and waited, I was laughing. I was laughing the entire time I was standing next to you.
They're already done eating.
I was laughing hysterically the entire time I was standing next to you.
That night, did you, fat ass?
I did throw away half my bread that night. You know that I did.
Oh, because you smashed 2 burgers together. Yeah, I am heated because this doesn't even make sense. This doesn't even make sense.
No, and JDirty wasn't getting paid that night either. He didn't get paid enough to care.
I'm glad that not one comment agrees with either one of your fucking batshit crazy Woodstock the first one antics. This is weird as shit. This is 60
not
shit.
Weird. That's not
yes,
60
it is.
shit.
Yes, it is. Where it was peace and love. I'm not hungry. You guys are crazy. Seattle people are crazy. And for so many reasons I'm not allowed to talk about, but fucking apparently you can wear whatever the fuck you want and cut people.
I just wanted to help you get your cheeseburger faster. That's all.
That's all. I was just hungry. I was
rules are relatively important unless they aren't. So next time,
they weren't. And you know what? If anybody in that line would have said anything to me,
Trox, I've stolen a hat at Coors Field for you because you asked me to get me that one. Why was that not wrong?
Huh?
He didn't, but he's not the one that said it was wrong to cut line.
I'm just saying. But wait a minute. But
yourself.
And also, we didn't talk about that hat until the statute. We didn't talk about that hat until the statute of limitations ran out on it. Just so you know,
because it's in your closet, it's okay. You guys are weird as fuck. I got so many of the same word. What is it?
It's not disrespecting.
I don't
think it's that big of a deal. I honestly don't think that anybody in that line would have given that much of a fuck. I think the majority of them would have been
nobody would have said anything because we looked crazy. But everybody would have.
You looked crazy,
and I was with you. I wasn't gonna go down like that.
And you were yelling in a restaurant. If I would have just walked into the line and didn't have somebody yelling at me who looked crazy in a restaurant, nothing would have happened. It would have been a nothing burger.
Next time, I'll yell louder. Yeah, no, it was a nothing burger. You had to wait.
I'm not standing in line with you next time because I run the risk of getting yelled at for standing in line. I run the risk of getting yelled at for getting to the restaurant early and standing in line for you.
Would you
then I get yelled at.
Where else would that be okay? Where else would you just cut the whole line and say fuck people?
I've done it so many times in lots of places. If I go to a place with 2 people,
if I show up
and I say, let's each get in a line.
We cut in front of 40 people in that line when I got to the beer fest.
If I show up at a place with 2 people,
got off an airplane because I felt so bad. I want people to think you just beat cancer.
If I show up at a place with 2 people and I say, I'm going to get in this line, you get in this line, and whoever gets there first, then we'll jump into the other person's line. And that's happened my entire life. That's not a new activity.
You jump into everyone's life and then they
dilemma
kick
got
you
me
out.
fucked up.
This ain't no moral dilemma.
Yes, it is.
Because no one says nothing doesn't mean it doesn't bother them, though, bro.
God,
that's their problem. That's their problem. God. Say something.
You're the most selfish person on the live, and the other guy that shares the name with you is right behind you.
Jay, how many times have we gone to concerts where we're already in line and one of our homies comes up and we're like, "Hey, get in here with us. We're here."
Does that not happen?
Much like stealing the sign, we don't say that. You say that. I feel awful when people do that. When we were 18, fuck you. Fuck you. I was hammered on fucking Southern Comfort. This is a different time. Like, dude, now we're adults with morals of some sort.
I had morals back then. I didn't have morals.
Your
did.
line here is so weird. I just think it's really weird
I
how you're
agree
like,
with you. That's why every comment definitely has supported me so far. I'm not the
No,
Mamet here because I'm right.
I'm just
You're
saying
the Mamet, bub.
it's weird how you're like, these rules are fine, these rules aren't. And when we go over the rules, it's like,
I literally
no
walk
one's
through a
saying shit, no
security
one's
check
doing
every day
anything.
at work, and when people cut people shit talk them mad behind their back.
Yeah, but
I'm not a behind your back person. I will shame you in public, and you will listen. I proved that 3 nights ago. That's all I'm saying.
No. I saw it. I saw it.
I just want to emphasize it.
I looked at Big Trox. I was standing next to Big Trox while Jay was yelling at me in line, and I was like, I think I have to go back and stand with him now.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't think I have another choice at this point. And then still,
you know
when
what
I
I
got back
kept doing
to you,
the whole
you were
time?
still yelling.
I just kept giggling the whole time until I had a cheeseburger in my mouth. I was laughing the whole time.
Morals do not rely on proximity. Just because you walk back to me does not mean I was done teaching you something. And look what you learned. You learned nothing.
You teach me that even extroverts can be psychopaths. That's what you taught me. That you can yell at me in a fucking
you learned
restaurant
that night
for no reason.
Don't join us on Sunday.
He's so nice and he can talk to anyone. Yeah, and he can also do it like a crazy fucking person, and he can yell at people for
back to that.
Literally, what I did was that was me talking loudly nice to everyone else in the restaurant behind us.
No, it was you yelling at me.
I respected them by yelling at you. I will do it again. Know who your father is.
That's not a nice thing to do to them. It's a mean thing to do to me.
I don't know. It was nice to them. Everybody respected me for that. Trust me.
They didn't.
I am a legend in Seattle Dicks now. You can have that for Johnny 5. The Dicks in Seattle love your boy. All right, buddy? All right, buddy?
You are out of your fucking gourd, dude.
You're goddamn right I am.
So
bitch.
The last thing that I want to bring up about the Pumpkin Beer Fest is exactly what Jay just said, and that is that he's just not afraid to go up and talk to anybody. It was towards the end of the night, and we're in a line waiting for beer, and Jay goes, "Oh, I know that guy. We're not paying for this one." And I looked at him, I was like, "You know that guy? Like, we've been here the same amount of time. What the fuck is going on? Like, we came here both days together. I've never seen that gentleman. How do you know that guy?" We walked up to him.
That's my boy Miles.
Jay walks up and he's like, "Oh, what's up, Miles? How you doing?" And he goes, "Justin, what's up, man? How you been doing?" And I look at him. I look at Miles, who's this new guy that I just met. He pours us both beers, and he's like, "You guys have a good night. You don't have to pay for those." And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? How does he know this guy?
That was my homie.
So much so that before that happened to you, I went up after you had gone there. After you guys had gone there and already got your free beer and I wasn't with you, I went up by myself and was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He was like, "How are you doing, bro?" Because I was there once with Jay, like maybe an hour or so before that.
Yeah.
And he hooked me up with a free one too. He just poured it. He was like, "Here you go, dog."
Guess what? If the night before he had saw you cut him in line, he would not have even given you a beer.
Jay is the extrovert that makes me uncomfortable by trying to talk to me.
Yes,
I know. That's the thing. And that's why the guy behind us in line was laughing. He was like, "Oh, this guy's making me uncomfortable." It was like, yeah, that's what he was doing to everybody in that fucking restaurant. They weren't like, "Hey, I'm so glad he's making this guy uncomfortable." They were like, "He's making all of us uncomfortable."
The other funny thing about this restaurant that really just cracks me up with this whole premise and the entire discussion is that it's a fucking madhouse in there. Like, when you're in this main lobby area waiting for food, there's like groups of people all over the place, like walking through stuff and like talking and doing all sorts of crazy shit.
They're in a line. They're waiting in a line. These people are in a line.
There were people floating around like crazy, dog.
They were
like
done
all over
eating
the place.
and leaving.
We're doing a short episode tonight of the other show.
No, we're not.
A short episode of the other show.
No, we're not.
Nobody in there liked your brother.
Not.
Everybody.
They did.
Hold on. Big Trox. People liked you and the people you were with. You got in a line and you stayed there. I am not beefing with you here. This has nothing to do with you.
I didn't think it did.
Over
Thank
to
you.
The line. He was like, "Come on, guys."
That's because you were looking like a little bitch ass 90s word, and you didn't want to fucking just you're gonna be fat again. You're gonna lose a foot. I'll see you guys on Sunday. I don't want to do this anymore.
All right, let's get out of here. We never even put up the ticker. This has been Scrub Hop Live 106. We lost JDirty officially. He has left the show. Troxy and Trox, have you cut at this restaurant before?
I've cut at every single restaurant I've ever been at. Okay, and I'm here to let you guys
90s
know,
word.
Cutting at restaurants is fine. He means a slur. He means a slur.
Listen, I don't think it's cutting if you have multiple people waiting.
I don't think it is either.
One line starts moving
if you have
faster,
a group,
you move to the faster
I think
line.
if you have a group, then you're all in the same group.
It's not cutting.
That's splitting up your line. Just take us out of this. I don't even care where people find us. Just take us out.
All right, everybody, follow us on Scrub. Follow us on everything at Scrub Hop. We love you, shitheads. We'll be back here on Sunday for episode 164. For JDirty, I am Big Trox. Troxy Cotton is now on my right side, and we love you all. We'll see you in a couple days. Good night.